10th plus 2வில் ஒவ்வொரு ஆண்டும் தொடர்ந்து மாநில அளவில் பல சாதனைகளை புரிந்து வரும் நாமக்கல் குறிஞ்சி கல்வி நிறுவனங்களில் சிபிஎஸ்இ பாடத்திட்டத்தில் சீனியர் செகண்டரி பள்ளியாக தரம் உயர்த்தப்பட்டு ஐஐடி நீட் தேர்வுகளுக்கு பல வெற்றியாளர்களை உருவாக்கிய ஆசிரியர்களை முழு நேர ஆசிரியர்களாக பணியமர்த்தப்பட்டு தினம்தோறும் வகுப்புகள் நடைபெறும்.
குறிஞ்சி எஜுகேஷன் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன், காவேட்டிப்பட்டி, நாமக்கல். Admission in progress. CBSE KG to 12. Contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12. Contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Hello. Dear students, today we are going to enter into part 4, that is tenses. So in the last class we have discussed continuous tenses. So we have been discussing like a simple tenses, continuous tenses. Next we have reached present perfect tenses, which means perfect tenses. So we are going to discuss all the perfect tenses. Okay, that is the present perfect tense, past perfect tense and future perfect tense. Okay. Now let us begin with the seventh tense, that is a present perfect tense. The sentence structure of present perfect tense is subject plus has or have plus PP. PP means past participle, and for to have a easy understanding we call it as a verb 3, that is V3. So what is the sentence structure of present perfect tense? That is subject plus has or have plus past participle, and has is for singular, have is for plural. If the subject is singular we have to go for has. If the subject is plural we have to choose have. Okay, now let us see usage. What is the usage of present perfect tense? In which context we have to choose present perfect tense? For actions completed just now, which means immediate past. Okay, the immediate past is called present perfect tense. That's how I have written here. For actions completed just now, that is the immediate past. And the second rule, the next usage is for actions that occur some time ago but the effects are still going on, which means you have gone to one place. Okay, so you have seen some beautiful place, and after 10 years or 5 years or 2-3 years, whatever may be, the image is still fresh in your mind. Okay, the years might have gone, but the image is very clear in your moment. And not only image, maybe a situation which happened 5 years, 3 years ago, the effect of that situation is still in your mind very fresh. That is called present perfect tense. So in present perfect tense we have two usages, very important usages. That is the action completed just now, that is the immediate past. Another one is action which happened long ago, and the effects of that particular action is still in your mind. So in that context, in that situation, you can go for present perfect tense. And what are the keywords? Already, just now, yet, never, ever, lately, till now, recently. Okay, these are the keywords. What are the keywords? Already, just now, yet, never, ever, lately, till now, recently. So these are the keywords for present perfect tense. Now let us discuss the examples. I have just finished my homework. Now here, what is the keyword here? The keyword is just. What is the meaning of the sentence? I have finished my homework just now, which means what? It is an immediate past. Just now you have completed or finished your homework. The action completed just now. That's why we go for present perfect tense. So I have just finished my homework. Now for I is a subject. For I we have to go for have. Next sentence. The children have not returned home, sorry, the children have not returned from the school yet. Okay, the keyword is yet. Whenever the yet is used, it refers to negative sentence. Okay, so whenever yet is there in the sentence, which means the sentence is in negative form. So yet is another keyword for present perfect tense. So the children have not returned from school yet. So this sentence refers to a negative sentence, okay, referring to that the children have not yet returned. And next, she has gone to Delhi recently. So recently is a action. Maybe this recently may be a 1 year or 6 months or 3 months or very earlier. Okay, that is called recently. So here, when she went to Delhi, okay, the action is very fresh in the mind. Okay, so she has gone to Delhi recently. So recently only she has gone to Delhi. Next, Manoj has seen the Taj Mahal. Now only we are using this context. In which context? That is for actions that occur some time ago, but the effects are still going on, which means Manoj has seen the Taj Mahal maybe or 5 years ago or 2 days ago or 3 days ago or 5 years, 10 years, whatever may the days. But it is not immediate past. Okay, that you have to note it down. When the sentence is immediate past, we have to go for present perfect. Yes, that's right. But here the usage is situation is fresh in your mind. So Manoj has seen the Taj Mahal, which means he has seen the Taj Mahal long ago. Okay, and the image is very fresh in his mind. And another thing you have to note here, that here Manoj is singular subject, so we have used as. She is a singular subject, so we have used as. Children is a plural subject, so we have used have. So for I we have to use have. Okay, for all these examples, one is usage is recent past, that is immediate past, and another one is the action completed, okay, but that is fresh in your mind. Another thing, what is the difference between present perfect tense and simple past tense? What is the difference? See, in simple past tense, you have a time mentioned. For example, Manoj saw the Taj Mahal last year. When the time is mentioned here, you must go for simple past tense. So Manoj saw the Taj Mahal 10 years ago. When the time is mentioned, when the action is completed and time is mentioned, you must go for simple past tense. In case if the time is not mentioned, okay, if you can take it, you can consider as it is a immediate past. Okay, so you have to go for present perfect tense. Now let us move on to the exercise. Okay, I dash read this book already. Now what is the keyword here? Already is the keyword. So I have read this book already. Okay, that's how we have to write. So we have to go for. So now here subject as or have plus past participle. Now we have to go for have. Okay, subject is I, have. For I we have to choose have. Next, already told you in the last class, all the verbs in the brackets will be in present form of the verb. According to the tense, we have to change the verb into forms. Okay, different form. That is present form, past form, or past participle form. Okay, so now we need past participle form. What is the past participle of read? Read, read. Okay, so I have read this book already. Now let's move on to the second one. Swami dash go to the market. Okay, now you see in this sentence, okay, go is the present form of the verb. There is no keyword at all. Whenever in the exercise you do not have a keyword, the keyword is not mentioned, or the context itself is not telling us which tense we have to use, then you have to go for present perfect tense. Okay, listen carefully. when the time mention is not given, for example, okay, the keywords already, just now, not yet, ever, lately, or for keywords for other tenses also not given in the sentence, and some sentence the context will tell you which tense you have to choose. Even the context is not given in the sentence, which means you can go for present perfect tense. You can consider as it is a immediate past. So we have considered it immediate past. Then we are move on into the present perfect tense. So subject is Swami. So Swami is singular or plural? It is a singular. So Swami. So we have to go for has. So Swami has. Next participle we have to choose. What is the past participle of go? Go, went, gone. So gone is the past participle. So the answer is Swami has gone to the market. Okay. So whenever there is no keyword is not given, you can go in this form. Next sentence. My friends dash just enter the classroom. So the keyword is given in the bracket just. Okay. Then we have to go for present perfect tense. So my friends is a subject and we have to use as or have. So friends is a plural form. Then we have to choose have. So my friends have. Okay. My friends have just. Okay. Next past participle. In the bracket it is enter. So enter is a present form. You have to change into past participle form. The past participle form of the enter is entered. So enter, entered, entered. So my friends have just entered the classroom. Okay. It also comes under immediate past. So for many of the sentence they will give you the keyword as a simple past tense, immediate past, like just now. Okay. These are all the keyword recently. These are the keywords which refers to the immediate past. Okay. So whenever the keyword is given, you can go for it. Next sentence. He dash be to Japan. Okay. Now here, what is the clue word? The clue word is not given here. The contextual keyword is there. Okay. That's what I told you. Keyword will be there physically. Sometimes the context will be the key or clue for the present perfect tense. Now what is the clue here? He dash be to Japan. So he expresses that he has been to Japan. That he has been to Japan is very, very fresh in his mind. Okay, very fresh in his mind, and he could not forget it. He always remembers that journey to Japan very in fresh manner. So that's how we have to go for present perfect tense. So subject is he. Now we have to go for what? As or have. So he is a singular. We have to go for as. So he has. Now past participle, we have to go for past participle. So be is the present form of the verb. What is the past form of the verb? Okay, past form of the verb is was or were. Present form of the verb be. Be is or am. Okay. So next past participle been. Okay. So here he has been to Japan. Okay. So what is the third form of the be? That is the past participle of be. Been. Okay. So you have to write the answer as he has been to Japan. So I hope you have understood present perfect tense. So we have completed present perfect tense. Let's move on to the eighth tense, that is past perfect tense. What is the sentence structure of the past perfect tense? Subject plus, had plus, past participle, that is the verb 3. Now what is the usage of this? Refers to two past actions, that is two completed past actions. That is very important. Okay. So now these two past actions have two different actions. One action is called earlier action and another action is called later action. For these two actions we have to use two different tenses. Okay. For earlier action we have to go for past perfect tense. For later action we have to go for simple past tense. Okay. So when we discuss this usage in the sentence, in examples, you will understand better. So what are the keywords, very important keywords? After and before. Now let us move on to the example. After the train had left, he reached the station. Now there are two past, that is two completed actions are given here. Okay. So we have to find out what is the earlier, that is the first action, second action, that is the earlier action, later action. Now let us see what is the first action. After the train had left, he reached the station. So what is the earlier action? The train had left is the earlier action. He reached the station is the later action, which means this is the first action, this is the second action. So for first action you have to go for past perfect tense. For the second action, that is a later action, you have to use simple past tense. Now let us see the example. After the train had left. So after the train is the subject, had plus V3, that is a past participle. Reach the sentence is the simple past tense. Next sentence. Before Leela returned home, the parrot had already flown away. Okay. Now here, before is the keyword. Okay. Now we have to find out there are two past action. Okay. We have to find out which is the earlier action, which is the later action. Now, the parrot had already flown away is the earlier action. Since it is the earlier action, we have to go for past perfect tense. Leela returned home is a later action. So you have to go for simple past tense. Okay. So before Leela returned home, this is a later action. The parrot had already flown away. This is a earlier action. For earlier action, we have to go for past perfect. For later action, we have to go for simple past tense. So I hope you have understood. Okay. Now let us discuss the exercise. First sentence. Before the doctor arrived, the patient dash die. Okay, this is the exercise. Now we have two past actions here. Okay, so how to find two past action? Whenever there is a keyword before or after, you can 99% you can make sure it is a past perfect tense. Okay, and you have to check it out in the sentence. Okay. Because before will come past perfect continuous tense, also it is used in past perfect continuous tense. So how to understand? According to the context only we have to understand it is a two past action, two completed action, that is very important. So now before the doctor arrived, the patient died. So now which is the first action? Patient died, because before the doctor arrived the patient died. So we have to use the patient dash die for a past perfect tense. Okay, because why we have to go for past perfect tense? Because it is a earlier action, that is the first action, that is patient had died first, then only the doctor arrived. So we have to go for before the doctor arrived, the patient had died. So the doctor arrived is a secondary, that is a later action. Patient had died is the earlier action. Next sentence. After Raju dashed post the letter, he returned home. Now the keyword is after. So in the next sentence it is a simple past tense. Whenever you have past tense, you can go for past continuous tense or past perfect tense. But it is according to the keyword here. Whenever there is a when and while here, when we can go for past continuous tense, but we have after. So after Raju dash post the letter, he returned home. Now what is the action here? To completed action, and which is completed first? Which is the earlier and later? You have to decide. So he returned home is the later action. So in later action you have to use simple past tense. That's why here we have used simple past tense. Now we have to apply here past perfect tense. Why? Because it is a earlier action. So after Raju had posted the letter, he returned home. So Raju, okay, subject and add plus past participle. Now what is the past participle of post? That is a posted. Post, posted, posted. So after Raju had posted the letter, he returned home. Now let us discuss the third exercise. Mani went to theatre after he dash complete his work. Now here, which is the first action you have to see? Mani went to theatre after he complete his homework. So this is the earlier action. Went to theater is the secondary action. Okay. So money went to theater is used in simple past tense because it is a later action. For later action you have to go for simple past tense. The secondary that is earlier action we have to go for past perfect tense. That after he had plus past participle. So he had, what is the past participle of complete? Completed. Complete, completed, completed. So after he had completed his work, okay. So money went to theater after he had completed his work. So in past perfect tense, what is very important? That there will be two completed past action. For earlier action you have to go for past perfect tense. For later action you have to go for simple past tense. This is the two important words, and very important keywords are before and after. Now let us move on to the future perfect tense. So what is the sentence structure of future perfect tense? Subject plus will or shall plus have plus past participle, that is verb 3. Now let us discuss usage. Refers to an action which is expected to be completed in the future. You see, so simple future is what? Which is expected to happen. That is future, simple future. What is future continuous? That is expected to be in progress in the future. Progress means was expected to be continuous in the future. That is a future continuous. Now future perfect is what? Expected to be completed in the future. So these are the, what are the keywords? By next month, by next year, by the end of this week, or by the end of this month, or by the end of this year. So these are the keywords. Now let us see the examples. By the end of March, we will have learnt all the lessons in our books. Now what is the future action here? By the end of March. Okay. Maybe there may be the end of month March is a future month which is going to come. Okay. So what is the sentence? We will have learnt all the lessons in our book. So by the end of March, so when the March comes, we will have learnt all the lessons in our books. So it is a expected action to be completed in the future. So whenever the action is expected to be completed in the future, we have to go for future perfect tense. And now you see here, subject. Who is the subject here? We is the subject here. Will or shall, you have to go for anything. Okay, any will or shall. Okay, so will and have plus past participle. Have plus learnt. Learnt is a past perfect tense. So next, William will have sold all his goods by next month. So William is selling his goods. Maybe he is running a business. Okay, so he has lots of goods in his shop. So the target is he has to sell all his goods by next month. So this action is a future action which is expected to be completed. What is action to be completed? That all the goods will have sold. Okay, so that is the future action expected to be completed. That is very important. Expected to happen is not that we have to use in simple future tense. Now when the action is expected to be completed, you have to go for future perfect tense. So next one, we will have written our public exam by the end of March. Usually we have exam in the end of in the beginning of the March. Okay, or some 10th students they have in the end of March. So here by the end of March, what is the action expected to be completed? That is a writing exam. So we will have written our public exam by the end of March. So by the end of March, what is the action to be completed? That we will have written our exam. So that action is expected to be completed in the future. So I hope you have understood. Now let us move on to the exercise. Raj dash surrender his policy by next year. The keyword is by next year is the keyword. So now what is the action is expected to be completed? That is a surrendered. So now subject is Raj, okay, subject formula, subject is Raj, and we have to use will or shall. Okay, let's use will. So Raj will have. So Raj will have. Next, past participle. What is the past participle of surrender? Surrendered. Surrender, surrendered, surrendered. So Raj will have surrendered his policy by next year. So the surrendering of the action is expected to be completed. So next example. India dash surpass China in population by the end of 2013. So in the end of the 2030, okay, not 13, 30, what is the action expected to be completed? That is surpass. Surpass means crossing China. So in crossing China, crossing in which manner? That is in population. So in population, India will have. So India is a subject. Next we have to use will or shall. So we use will. So India will have. So have, India will have surpass. Surpass is a present form of the verb, and past form of the surpass is surpassed. That is surpassed, 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 surpassed. So India will have surpassed China in population by the end of 2030. Okay, now let us move on to the third example. By the end of this week, our teacher dash teach tenses. Now the teacher is teaching tenses. Okay, so the expected action is teaching this tense in the end of this week is the future. Expected action to be completed in the future. That is a teaching of tenses. So by the end of this week, our teacher will have taught tenses. Okay, so now what is the past participle of teach? Teach, taught, taught. Okay, so by the end of this week, our teacher will have taught tenses. So subject is what? Our teacher is a subject. So we use will or shall. We used will, and next is have. Okay, so past participle of teach is taught. So our teacher, by the end of this week, our teacher will have taught tenses, which means the teaching of tenses will have completed by this end. That is the meaning of the sentence. Next, last sentence. We dash prepare sweets for the function by the next week. Now, we need sweets for the next week function. That is a future action. Okay. Now, what is the target to be completed? What is the action to be completed? That is preparing sweets. So, this action must be completed by the next week. So it is a future action to be completed. So now the formula is subject. We is a subject. So will or shall. So we will have. So have we use. So we will have prepared. Prepared is a past. Prepare is the present form of the verb. Present form of the verb, and past form of the verb is prepared. So prepare, prepared, prepared. So we will have prepared sweets for the function by next week. So the thing very important is you have to remember an action which is expected to be completed in a certain time in the future. So I hope you have understood all these three perfect tenses. Okay, what are the perfect tenses we have discussed? Present perfect tense, past perfect tense, future perfect tense. So we have completed, how many tenses we have completed? We have completed 9 tenses. Okay, so what are the tenses? Simple tenses. In simple tenses we had simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense. Next is continuous tenses. In continuous tenses what we have completed? Present continuous, past continuous, future continuous. In perfect tense what we have completed? Present perfect tense, past perfect tense, future perfect tense. Okay, so these are the tenses we have completed. We have one more tenses to be complete. Okay, that is perfect continuous tense. That's we are going to deal in the next class. The very important thing, you have to learn this sentence structure, the tense, sentence structure, and usage and keywords. These are the very important. Okay, sentence structure, usage and keywords. If you are very much perfect in learning all these keywords, usage and the sentence structure, you can master tenses. Okay, it is very easy to learn. Only we have to analyze with the keywords and the usage. Okay, so I hope you have understood tenses. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.